To integrate AWS Amplify with AppSync, start by creating an AWS Amplify project and installing the necessary dependencies. First, install the AWS Amplify CLI and initialize a new Amplify project. Then, install the Amplify libraries for your specific front-end framework, such as React or Angular. Next, create an AppSync API by going to the AWS Management Console and navigating to the AppSync dashboard. Click on Create API and choose the schema you want to use. You can use a pre-existing schema or create a new one. Once the API is created, you will be given an API key and a GraphQL endpoint. Now, configure your Amplify project to use the AppSync API. Run the command amplify add API and choose AppSync as the API type. Enter the API key and GraphQL endpoint you created earlier. Amplify will then configure your project to use the AppSync API. After configuring the API, you can start using it in your application. You can use the Amplify API category to interact with your AppSync API. For example, you can use the API to perform CRUD operations on your data. Best practices for using AWS Amplify with AppSync include using a separate schema for each environment, such as development and production. You should also use authentication and authorization to control access to your API. Additionally, you can use caching and offline data access to improve the performance of your application. In summary, integrating AWS Amplify with AppSync allows you to easily create scalable and secure GraphQL APIs for your application. By following these steps and best practices, you can create a robust and efficient backend for your application. Start by creating an Amplify project and installing the necessary dependencies. Then create an AppSync API and configure your project to use it. Finally, use the Amplify API category to interact with your AppSync API and follow best practices to ensure a scalable and secure application.